Welcome to Through the Wire.
Through the Wire.
Back with another episode. Middle of the Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals. 2-0s on each side.
2-0.
2-0.
Golden State up 2-0?
Yeah, they
That's
are.
why you got that shirt on right there?
Bro.
Don't do that.
Every time your team is down, you switch it up.
Uh-oh.
Every time.
When I switched it up last time.
Remember he had the Celtics coming out and he talking about Milwaukee lost one game. He's like, man, if they don't win this next game, they gonna get swept.
He was on his Paul Pierce.
right.
It's already over.
No,
he got
I'm
Golden
on my
State.
Drake today. This is a curse. I'm cursing the Celtics.
As soon as I seen him in the car, I say, D-Mills, you crazy. He's like, why would I do? I say, you know they about to get on your ass in them comments, bro. You know they are.
I didn't even think about it, to be honest.
They're not inviting you to the parade after they win it all because you wearing that shirt right now.
But I'm winning in support for them.
That's it.
But you don't even have a reputation of a curse. Drake got that curse reputation, so it worked. You ain't got that.
He
Right.
just want to make an excuse to wear a Chef Curry shirt. And you wear a dude who killing y'all.
Yeah.
He drilling y'all.
It's okay.
What happened last game?
He getting clamped.
What happened?
Wait. About who?
Us.
Little
It's gonna
homie,
take a
little
team
bro.
effort.
It's going to take a team effort. Well, one thing they did in game 2, since we here, they actually started to double off the pick and roll finally. So Terry Stotts was asked about it by a reporter. I forgot who the reporter was. And then Terry Stotts got upset. And then Evan Turner came to the podium. He's like, for 3 years, I've been telling them we need to trap Stephen Curry, and they haven't done it. But in game 2, they trapped him. It just didn't matter because it's Stephen Curry, you know? But at least they trying to incorporate the defense that kind of hurt him last series. Like the first couple games against Houston, they were trap, and he sucked. But now he's good, so
We don't
I
have
don't really
the
know what you do.
defenders that Houston have. It's kind of different.
You think so?
I think P.J. Tucker, Eric Gordon, Chris Paul, they're more.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know why I questioned that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I don't. Y'all been struggling. Y'all been hanging in there. Game 2 is definitely better than game 1, of course.
Game 2 is a choke too. I gotta admit.
You were up
We were
17.
up 17.
Up 17 going into the half.
They went back up 8 with like 4 minutes to
Yeah,
go.
because y'all lost the lead like 8 minutes into that third quarter. Y'all scored like 8 points.
We weathered the storm, though. We weathered the storm very well. And then
That's what y'all supposed to do,
Had
though.
the 8-point lead,
Basketball
yeah.
is a game of runs. You always got to expect that Warriors to go on that run.
Yeah.
It's just how you
coming.
gonna handle it. How you gonna play defense
coming.
on those easy layups? Because that's a lot. You know how many backdoors they got? Because everybody looking at Steph Curry and Klay
Yeah.
Thompson.
Draymond Green was incredible in game 2 on
was.
every aspect of it.
Yeah, I think
Defensively,
he had 5
playmaking. Yeah, he was doing it all. And then basically the whole fourth quarter, he was playing with 5 fouls, and it didn't matter. He just played so smart. And a game like this is a game where I'm going to be pointing to people when people ask me, why is Draymond Green a Hall of Famer? I don't know what his final stat line was like. I really don't.
I think,
but I know
16,
he was
10, 7, and like 5 or something like that.
he was one of the most impactful players in the game.
16, 10, 7, and 5.
That's a crazy stat line.
5
Yeah.
blocks, 7 assists, 10 rebounds, 16 points, 8 for 12 from the field, 66%.
And he was the roller on the pick and roll to put him up by 3.
And
Yep.
if you kind of pay attention, a lot of the Warriors' defense is just because their players are in the right position.
yeah.
You know, on the opposite side, when the Blazers are defending the Warriors, a lot of times Inez Kanter's not in the right position to pick up Stephen Curry on the roll, or Myers Leonard is seeking too far back, or he might be helping a little bit too hard. Now Steph Curry pump fakes and gets a foul for 3.
Yeah.
It's just it's the defensive discipline to be in the right position to make those plays.
I think the thing about the Warriors right now in this series is the supporting cast. We know Steph is gonna hoop. He's been hooping since Kevin Durant went out. We know Klay Thompson's going to get up his shots, and he's going to score points. He went 8 for 22, but still had 24. He's just going to get his points. But Draymond Green, this entire playoffs, like Kenny said, it showed why he's a Hall of Famer. He's definitely been a different player, totally different player from the regular season. But then when you look at Kevon Looney giving you 14 points off the bench, 6 for 6, 7 rebounds, a block and a steal, Jordan Bell give you 11 points in 13 minutes. Iguodala didn't have his best offensive game, but down the stretch he made the strip on Lillard, which won them the game essentially.
Somebody put together a montage of every time Iggy has stripped somebody late in the game. It's like a 2-minute montage. That's how often he has done it in his career. And a lot of them are playoff clips against like LeBron and stuff like that.
Yeah,
KD,
he was
yeah,
known as the
KD.
LeBron stopper in
Yeah.
the playoffs. That's who they stick on.
And that's why he won Finals MVP, I guess.
But
I guess.
you see how he didn't let him get that shot off, right?
Yeah, it's perfect defense.
somebody else could have been in that position that they ain't let him get that shot off either.
Well, I don't know. Did Damian score in the fourth quarter? I don't think he did, right? He didn't score a field goal, at least, in the fourth
I
quarter.
don't think so either. They kind of shut him down. CJ was also very well contained, so it was pretty much just Seth and Myers Leonard.
And that's the hard
That's
part.
what people
People are saying that.
And Steph was great.
People were saying that last play that Steph Curry's kind of going over to Damian Lillard. He should have kind of made that skip pass with a couple seconds left to Seth Curry, who was wide open in the corner.
I think that's probably one of the hardest things to do as a coach when you have a superstar player. And even if he's not high,
You still want to go to him.
you want to
Yeah.
go to him, even if he hasn't scored in X amount of time, especially since Damian Lillard is one of the more clutch players in the league. But in that situation, do y'all want to go to somebody else who's actually scoring the ball? Because Damian Lillard didn't score the whole fourth quarter. So as a coach, are y'all drawing it up like a misdirect to Seth Curry? Because we know that they
Yeah.
wanted to go to Damian.
Right.
I mean, it's easier said than done. I think everybody would say they would go to Seth now, but I mean,
In the heat of the moment, I think everybody would have went with their best player.
yes, especially
Unless CJ had the high hand that
Damian Lillard. But at the same time, Seth was tremendous, and Damian Lillard was 6 for 16. CJ was 9 for 23. So maybe you do go to Seth, especially if you know Iguodala is going to be guarding Damian Lillard.
Right.
I'm not sure if he knew that or not, drawing up the play or whatever. But when you have a star player and you do give him the ball, you just got to live and die with it, and that's just what it is. We've seen players struggle or have tough quarters, but still make those type of shots or make a play. When you have a player as elite as Damian Lillard, you put the ball in their hands and trust that even if they don't get the shot, they'll make the right play. And that's what superstar players do. They find a way to get it done, whether it's them scoring or they're making a play for somebody else or putting pressure on the defense, whatever. And you just have to live with that. But I think this is a game that they definitely gave away. I think this is like Steve Kerr said after the game. He said that they stole that game. I agree with him.
Yep.
And I remember I left out real quick to do something. I was just checking up on the game, and I remember looking at the game, thinking that the Blazers won.
Yeah, this is a game I thought the Blazers would come out with it just because the way they were playing. They started off so hot. I think it was like 11 for 20 from three.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, can they keep this going? At least just drag it out. Because now you can go back home with a W on your belt and be in a good position to try to take out this team.
And it didn't work. One of my favorite things about this series is that like both coaches are really playing like real big men. Like Enes Kanter played like 17, 18 minutes or something like that, but they've been going like relatively small. And then when they do go big, like Zach Collins played 8 minutes, but he had 5 fouls. Just that, like Zach Collins and Enes Kanter have been unplayable these first two games, which is weird that both of them are, considering like how different they are, because we know that Enes Kanter is going to get killed on the pick and roll when Steph Curry's with the ball. So that makes sense that he's not on the floor. But like Zach Collins, we were talking about a couple episodes ago, like he could be like, he's like the prototype to the future big, even though he's super young, and he still can't play in this series, it seems like. It's
But
just
Myers
interesting.
Leonard was able to.
Miles Leonard, yeah, because Miles Leonard played a little bit smarter defensively.
Yeah.
Like Zach Collins
At
trying
the
to get
beginning of the game,
everything.
he didn't. At the beginning of the game, he didn't. You could see it. Like he had a few like pick and roll mistakes. He wasn't hedging on Steph hard. He was letting him shoot the three. Like I literally saw Terry Stotts go up to Zach Collins like, "Go get him."
Yeah.
Because like I was getting frustrated with him too.
What happened late in this game is that the Trailblazers stopped rebounding because they had a lineup of CJ, Damian, Seth Curry, Evan Turner, and Al Farouk maybe or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
And nobody was going to harass them boards. So there was a lot of offensive boards late in the game, and second chance points are a killer. You can't give the Warriors second chance points. It's part of it. And there we are. We're at 2-0. And it's hard for me to say that like the series is over because the home team won both games,
Took care of home court.
But man, do it feel like it.
It does. It's tough to come back from 2-0. You're back against the wall. Game 2 they had in the bag, so that's kind of a confidence killer when you lose a game like that. But
I think they're the type of team that can come
of
back
course you do.
and
Of
respond.
course you do.
Yeah, of course you think
course
that.
You do.
I think they have the team to come back and respond very well.
You said
At
that
home?
for game 2.
To the Warriors,
They
though.
did respond. They didn't get blown out. They just kind of let it slip away at the end. In the first game, they kind of got ran out the gym in the fourth
They
quarter.
didn't-
Your
shot
response-
bad that
you
first
told me
game.
that their response was going to be a win.
It was damn near there. I'm sorry.
damn
I'm
near don't
sorry.
show
Yeah,
up.
that just show up as an L on every
Yeah.
stat sheet.
But I agree with you, D-Man. It was for game 3. Game 3, maybe they can put together something, take advantage of their home court. Luckily for them, Clay didn't shoot his greatest. So hopefully you can rely on that. But I mean,
I don't know. Clay seemed like he the type of dude like, you know what? Let's just get them out the way now. And
No, of course,
he
I'm
seemed
sure
like that
they-
type of person.
they
Man. He
all-
will light y'all up.
they all want to do that. What you mean? I don't understand. Nobody is saying.
I'm talking about the same way
Clay.
Clay was talking about the Clippers. He like, you know what? They were looking forward to the Rockets after they had, they were up like 3-2 on the Clippers or whatever. He said, let's just get this out the way and beat them how we know we can.
The thing that's concerning about Portland is usually he shot 8 for 22, 36. That okay, whatever.
It's more the beauty about Klay Thompson though is it's like how many assists did he have? He doesn't even have to have a
2.
lot. But it's just him and Steph Curry, the way they move without the ball, it opens up. So
No.
Kevin Looney can go get 14 points.
But the
So
thing
you-
about right now in the series that I'm saying is even if he is struggling shooting, which it was only one game,
Right.
he was 8 for 22. Now that you don't have Kevin Durant, he's still going to score because he's
Yeah.
still going to shoot the ball. He still
Yeah.
shot the ball 22 times, so he's going to get his points regardless. Because now if you have a Kevin Durant, maybe since he's struggling, he's not getting as many shots. They're not running as much for him. But now since there is no Kevin Durant, regardless if he's on or off,
He gotta
he's going to
shoot.
put up points because he got to
Right.
shoot. So I don't know even if him struggling can help y'all because hell, if he struggles, that just means he's going to take 7 more shots to make sure he gets 24 points. I think the thing for y'all is you just can't let Kevon Looney come in and have 14 and 7 off of the
Y'all got to do the little
double-double.
things. The scoring is there. Y'all could have stayed up with them. It's
Scoring's
the little
definitely there.
things. Y'all can't give up the offensive
Yeah.
rebounds. Y'all had some bad turnovers in that second half when y'all took care of the ball in the first half.
They started blitzing Dame and CJ
Yeah.
at the beginning of the third quarter.
Just the Warriors have a lot of smart defenders,
Yep.
and
And they were getting trapped in
Showcasing
bad
it.
spots, like at the corner of the half court line.
series over. Yes or no?
No.
I got worries in 4.
So
yes.
it's over. In your eyes, it's over.
I
over.
got worries in 4 now.
Hey, you going up top. I'm going to go same thing. Warriors in 4. Sorry, D-Mills. Sorry, Blazers fans. Y'all wasn't supposed to come this far. So even if it does happen,
It's a successful season.
It's a successful season.
It would suck if both series ended up like that. After we got this amazing second round, and then we get 2
It
sweeps.
would be, but we said that. I don't know if it was you or Michael or one of y'all said last series when they played the Rockets, this is our finals, or Western Conference Finals at least. So it would suck, but I think a lot of people took the Rockets versus Warriors as this is it. This is the main one, because even if the Nuggets had beat the Blazers,
I think it would be almost in the same boat.
yeah, I don't.
They could steal a game or something like that. But I
And
think it would be in the
Portland
steal
could
boat.
too. Portland
Yeah.
could too.
Regardless, though, for both teams or the Nuggets, if they did make it, it'd still be a W on the season. You can't get swept by the Warriors and feel bad about it in this time when you have such a young team or a team that doesn't have a full roster.
Yeah, that's why I said the Blazers should really feel good for themselves because they don't have a full roster and they've been working on the fly. Cantor is playing, but I think he's only playing because they don't have Nurkic. I think if they had a full roster, he might not have been playing. Rodney Hood even came back early after his little thing. But yeah, I just think they need too much from a lot of different guys. Like even with Seth Curry giving you 16 and making some big shots, it still wasn't enough. You're just asking kind of too much of guys that haven't been in this situation yet. And the Warriors have been in here the last I don't know how many
1,000 years.
So, hats off to the Blazers, but I'm gonna say it's over.
Out to the Eastern Conference, Game 1, Brook Lopez put on the best game of his NBA career, at least in the playoffs. He was incredible. And it's still weird to see a guy that we saw as like one of the best low post players like 3 years ago become this stretch big and just knock down shots and block shots at the other end. They took that Game 1 convincingly, and in Game 2 they do the same damn thing. Yeah, that's how we going.
I like it. That's what basketball really all about. Brook Lopez showing that work on your game, adjust to what's going on, and you can give yourself a nice little extended career. And he's
It's evolve or dissolve at this point.
I
for the
like
Bills.
that. I like that. I like that.
That was in my Twitter bio for a minute.
It was. That's how I got it.
I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's giving himself probably an extra 5 years. Knock on wood, no injury and anything like that happen. And he's playing valuable basketball. It's the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think that's the difference making this series. And that's what I said before the series even started. That's why I took the Bucks. I just feel like they're supporting Cass.
Supports.
and supporting.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Watching this game, like especially Game 2, in looking at Toronto, and nobody really wants to take those shots. Pascal was like 6 for 20, but he's one of the next guy that almost has to take those shots at that
But
point.
I see why nobody want to take those shots because that's not their game. Pascal
That's what I'm
Siakam
saying.
is not
Watching
a
this
scorer.
team, it's almost like I see why teams really do need that second all-star type player. Because Kawhi, he could do as much as he can, and he's playing 40 to 40, 42 minutes.
I don't know, but
he's getting
game
hot.
one they got that second All Star. Kyle
They
Lowry
did,
dropped a
yeah.
30
But
piece.
That had to be a career high, right? Something like that. Somewhere close.
Are we disrespecting Kyle Lowry?
for a
That
playoff
career high.
30 points.
I don't know. I think he had more than that.
I got a text. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he has had more than that. I got a text that was his first 30-point game since 2016.
That's what I'm saying. They did get a taste of what it feels like to have a second All-Star, playing on that. But I can expect Kyle Lowry to drop like half that.
What I'm saying for the Bucks though is forget the second All-Star shit.
Mm-hmm.
They have guys that actually mesh well. Everything that's a weakness for Giannis, the supporting cast has as a strength.
Yeah.
So they don't need Chris Middleton is their second guy, and he ain't scored 30. They still won by 22 points. But when you have a Mirotic that can hit the three and that can complement him, you have that from Brook Lopez, you have that from Ersan Ilyasova, you have that from Brogdon, George Hill. You have all of these guys that literally, when he dives or he is attacking, you kick out and they can hit the threes. And we seen in game one against the Boston Celtics, the shots didn't fall and they lost. Oh well, but right now they falling and they have so many different options. If Mirotic is struggling, you put Ersan in. If Brook Lopez, like yesterday, was only 1 for 7, shit, you put in Ersan and Mirotic. It's just crazy because nobody's really going to stop Giannis. So at this point, you really have to pick your poison, and it's just dangerous. And when you look at the Raptors, I don't know. Pascal Siakam is kind of like a 0.4 type Draymond-ish. He's not no guy that I'm.
Yeah, and it was
wanting
making
to
sense to
score.
me that like we were talking about, you can't really game plan against Kawhi. You could trap him. He'll go against it. He might get his 30. But the rest of the Raptors,
Yeah, and
I
to
mean,
be
you could put the big man. You could put a longer Giannis on Pascal and kind of cut him out the game.
And they're kind of just playing
Marcus
Kawhi
Saul
one-on-one.
is, how old is Marcus Saul?
Like 34-ish.
34. He's not aggressive. He barely wants to take those open threes they give him.
He 1 for 9, 0 for 2
So
for 3.
it's just
So-
like they really don't have many players that's going to be aggressive and take those shots.
And I don't think the Raptors have the personnel to come up with a lineup to where they can match up well with the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that sucks because the biggest thing they had in the season was their depth.
Yep.
But now they shorten up their rotation, shortened up, and their supporting cast does.
I think they might do have a lineup that they could try. I would like to see Serge Ibaka start because it just give it a chance because at this point you got 30-point game from Kyle Lowry in game one, didn't even matter. Second game you lose by 22. So you just played 2 games and the shit didn't work. So at this point with your back against the wall going home, the best thing you could do is throw something at the wall and try to see if it stick. I would start Serge Ibaka. He's more confident in his 3-point shot right now. Other than Marcus Gasol, he's a little bit more mobile to slide over and help a little bit with Greek Freak and then recover. Because that's one of the things that Marcus Gasol is also having a hard time doing is helping on Greek Freak, but then recovering enough, fast enough to contest a Brook Lopez 3. And it's a lot to ask for with a 34-year-old Marcus Gasol. So that's a suggestion.
He was very effective last series because he was guarding Joel Embiid, and in this series he's kind of ineffective because Brook Lopez is all the way out on the 3-point line.
Yeah, he's standing at the 3-point line.
About a hash mark.
That's a lot.
About a hash, yeah. He is about a hash. Just shooting them pills. Ersan does 2 things.
Take charges is one.
Take charges and knock down shots. That's the 2 things he's done his entire career. And it's cool to see him back in Milwaukee because that's always where I see him, like that when he was younger, that's where he played, and that's where I always see him. So it's cool to see him back and playing a part on a team that's looking like they're about to hit the
He's been on
championship.
the most successful teams. He was on them early playoff teams with Brandon Jennings and Bogut, and now he's on the team where they in the Eastern Conference Finals, potentially going to the finals. So it is cool to see that. They asked him about that in the post game.
I hope Toronto fights back, man. I would hate to see this just be a 5-game series. I was expecting this to be a very good series going into it. And game 2, game 1 didn't do anything for me.
In game 2 and game 1, the Bucks made runs with their bench.
Yeah.
Both games. So I don't think you can allow that if you're the Toronto Raptors. You got to take advantage of that second
I
unit.
told Raptors fans I was sorry, and I gave them apologize ahead of time because I was going to go on here and say what I said. And, I told y'all. A lot of people were saying, I was hating on the Raptors. I wasn't. I was just saying that I didn't see I didn't see this being a crazy series. I looked
Is
at
this
it
like
being
so? Is this part of the start of the free agency pitch for Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah.
This playoff success
yeah. You mean for the Raptors or for
for
other
the
teams?
Raptors? Yeah, no, just for the Raptors.
For the Raptors, when he made that shot, that's the pitch to them. Look how the city reacted when you made that one shot.
If I'm another team, I'm saying you don't want that. You don't want that taste of that just to get your ass bounced in 4 or 5 games the next series. You know, it was all good and all, but it took you that. It took you all of that to beat the Sixers, who, you know, as good as they were, they didn't have a lot of time to gel with each other. They had spacing issues. They don't even really know how to play with each other all the way yet. And it took us literally all of that to beat them. And then we did all of that just to get our ass kicked. And the reason we get our ass kicked in that next round has nothing to do with you because you still came and performed, but we don't have enough. And I don't know what they could do to get enough. How could they go get somebody that could help address these things that we're talking about? It's tough because you still have Kyle Lowry who's going to come back and make 30+ mil. You know, I'm not really sure. But
We'll take Kyle Lowry in Chicago. Yep. What do we need from our point guard in Chicago? Somebody that makes and plays defense. He's a
that
veteran.
from somebody in the draft because
I don't think we can.
why not?
What point guard is an elite playmaker or close to elite playmaker?
I don't know if you need an elite playmaker. You just need somebody to come in and fill that void for y'all.
I think
Somebody
Y'all
that
do.
can-
Y'all already
think-
got somebody.
Who's playmaking?
Isn't Zach
Dunn.
Levine?
Chris
Zach
Dunn is
Levine-
not playmaking
they need to-
shit.
I thought Zach Levine was our point guard now.
He's not our
He's
point
not
guard
a
now,
point guard.
Derek.
He should be our
That's
point
how we
guard.
know you're not a Bulls
No,
fan because he's not our point guard.
During the second half of the season.
He's
didn't he
not
play
our
one?
point guard.
Yeah,
It
but
was,
he
by,
played
it,
one.
was, it was by, you know, the same reason Devin Booker did in Phoenix because you don't
Have no choice. He's a 2.
He is a 2, but I think he can be a 1.
I'm
No.
good. I think we need a pure
Why? You
a
wouldn't even want him
playmaking type
playing the
dude.
one. You wouldn't even want him playing the 1.
Yeah, y'all be like the fucking Rockets. It'd be good to watch. But they wouldn't do that. But I think in the draft, y'all got a young core. Why would you go get an old ass Kyle Lowry? He don't match nothing with y'all core. Y'all got young Lowry, young Wendell, Zach LaVine is still young. Otto Porter is probably the oldest dude. In that
He's
young
26,
group.
yep.
Yeah, so Kyle Lowry.
I mean, we said our goal next year was to make the playoffs.
I think y'all can if y'all go get a nice point guard in the draft.
How many rookie point guards come in and are good? Not many.
I don't think
it takes
you need
it
anybody
takes
to be a record-breaking guy.
No, we just need somebody to be
I think y'all have
good.
Zach LaVine, who was on a borderline
All-star.
All-star. Laurie Markkinen should be not
Better.
maybe not even a borderline All-star, but he will be much better next year because he'll actually have games to play.
But if one of your positions is bad, you usually aren't, and it's a
But that's
point
what
guard
I'm saying.
position.
He's saying with all that though, you shouldn't need a person to come in and fill like a huge role.
Yeah,
We need a good point guard. That's
And I
simple.
think
I'm
you
not
can get a good
asking
point
for.
guard. I don't think the 7th overall pick guy that y'all get if y'all draft right was going to be fucking trash. The worst point guard.
No, but how many rookie point guards have we seen to come into the league and be good? It takes 3-4 years for a point guard
How good
to
are
be
you talking
good.
about, though? I'm not
Good
expecting
enough
him
to
be I'm
good
not-
enough to
all
start
he
on the
needs is gonna be
team.
Steady. The starting on the team. We see
Good
how
enough to start on a team and be successful.
Teams a lot.
Good enough to start on a team and be successful. How many rookie point guards come in and can be on a
How
playoff
many
team?
rookie point guard teams have come into a team like the Chicago Bulls with all of that
I
stuff that's surrounded them?
promise you, if we have a rookie point guard next season, we probably won't make the playoffs.
Then that mean the supporting cast that we just talked about, that mean the shit that we just expected them to do, they don't do it then.
Right.
That means Zach LaVine ain't an all-star. That means Zach
'Cause they didn't
Lowry
have a
didn't
full
improve.
healthy year.
That means
I know,
Wendell
and
Carter
we
wasn't no
sucked.
shit.
Yeah, y'all did.
It won't.
We sucked.
If y'all get a rookie point guard and don't make the playoffs, it won't be because of that rookie point guard.
I think
can
if
guarantee
we
it.
draft a
I
rookie point guard,
guarantee
we
it.
still should go out and get a veteran.
I'm
100%.
not, I'm not saying y'all shouldn't do that, but it shouldn't be Kyle Lowry.
Why
Hell
not?
No. Hell no. That'd be atrocious.
We'll take you, Kyle Lowry. What's
Y'all get
next?
Somebody fired. The next is
Is that ain't that what we want to do anyway?
Tyreek Evans is clearly doing the same shit that you doing, saying go get Kyle Lowry. That's the news, which is unfortunate because
It's not unfortunate.
I was liking the way he was hooping these past couple of years, more specifically with the Grizzlies.
There's a couple rules in the NBA. Don't do drugs is one of them. If you do them, you get kicked out. It's very simple. It's part of your contract. When you sign a contract to say, I will not do cocaine, I will not do PCP, you can't do those things. I don't feel bad. I literally do not feel bad. He did it himself. Nobody put a needle on him. Nobody put
Saying it's unfortunate don't mean that he ain't making no mistake.
I'm not talking like to what you said. I'm giving my opinion on this. I've seen a lot of people say they feel bad for him. Like, bro,
It was
he
his
did
choice.
he did his choice. He made his choice, and now he's got to wait 2 years to
I
even
don't
come
understand
back.
Why it's so surprising or it's the big deal. OJ Mayo just did the same shit. He was
The
literally.
reason
I think it's surprising because it's only happened to like 5 players in NBA history.
But I'm saying that's the
And
reaction.
Tyreek
Like,
Evans is still like a relevant player. in the
OJ
league.
Mayo was too.
He was.
So this ain't like the first time. Like recently, OJ Mayo did the same shit.
But
which
when
is crazy.
it happened to OJ Mayo, were y'all surprised? Like, no, right? It surprised me when I saw the Tyreek
I
Evans
was
thing.
surprised because, like you said, we see players smoke a little weed, get a little 10-game suspension. Al Jefferson, J.R. Smith. But when you do this, you know it's beyond weed. You know
Right.
it's something.
I think OJ Mayo got caught smoking weed before he got the big suspension, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he did.
But when,
Right.
like the things you just named, that's the biggest crazy thing to me is that when you realize, okay, they'll get a little slap on the hand for some weed or whatever.
Right.
But now when you do this, a ban,
They upgrade. Now you getting banned from your
that
job.
means PCP, or like
Yeah.
all those things. It's like, whoa, what are you really out there doing? Is steroids one of the things?
I did not see steroids on the
Right.
list.
So that means you just out here having.
He was doing drugs. He was doing hardcore drugs, and got caught. It just happened.
Especially for the Pacers that they just lost him.
He was a free agent, right? Yeah, he was a free agent, so they weren't gonna sign his ass. He had a bad year,
They could have brought him.
and
back.
probably
those
why
two
he had a
things
bad-
might play together.
Yep. That's probably why he had a bad year.
So I mean, we'll see you in 2 years, maybe. Like, cause OJ Mayo got, and he ain't come
It's
back.
got to be hard to be out the league for 2 years, and then I don't know if he's working out every day, staying in shape
Mm-hmm.
for it, because you don't even know if people are going to try to sign you back once you get back to the league. You don't know how it's going.
Especially after what you just got suspended.
He's definitely good enough to like go overseas and make a bunch of
Oh,
bank,
yeah,
though.
no doubt.
I don't think they gonna care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's an NBA talent player coming to their league.
Everybody
so.
from the NBA can go overseas and play.
Yep. So I mean, it's not like he's gonna be lost of a job. He's just not gonna be an NBA player, probably.
Yep. Anthony Bennett's over there killing it. He can go team up with him.
I thought Anthony Bennett was in the G League,
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I thought he was overseas.
which is I would rather be overseas than the G League, to be honest with you.
Get to the league.
Still trying to make it. Hey, I can't fault him for his hoop dreams, man. Even though he old now.
Yeah.
Didn't you say at the combine that you about to get back into work
Oh yeah, I made that joke. I'm
what?
glad you even brought that up because I wanted to get into the draft.
on some
combine and
Anthony
draft
Bennett stuff?
we was there, and I had told Kenny, I'm like, this make me want to hoop. Being there made me want to do a lot of things. I wanted to be a GM, wanted to be a coach, wanted to hoop, wanted to do a lot of different things. But then I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna get back on this. I'm gonna chase that dream. It's just funny because I've heard stories like that. Like one of my homies was telling me when he was down at school. No, he was working at a job. And one of the dudes just left work for like 2 months. So he was like, he was going back to chase the NBA. Like randomly. And my homie was like, he was pretty old. He was like 24, 25 and just left work. Saying he ain't have time to work out. So he gonna leave work to go work out every day.
It's definitely a point in time where all hoopers know, like, I'm not making it.
Yeah, you're not gonna make
and
it.
it's okay.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
okay.
And it comes in high school. It should come in high school.
It's a very small percentage of basketball players make it to the league, dog. But being at the combine,
First, we got to give our reaction.
Okay.
Because we didn't have, the lottery happened, and that was on Tuesday after. So they still didn't know our reaction. A lot of people was upset that they didn't get to see our reaction. As the guy whose team has the highest pick of us at the table, I'm okay with that. A lot of people was hitting me up asking am I upset or how I felt about not having the number one pick. Everybody's team wants to have the number one pick. Everybody doesn't get it. But I'm still found number 3. It's a lot we can do with it. For Lakers at 4.
Like it just seemed like it fell into our lap.
he didn't have a reaction. He didn't even
Like I
react
said,
at all.
It literally just fell into our lap. We expected to be like the 11th pick, right? Ended up with the 4th.
7 spots.
Bulls ended up with the 7th. That's what really
Don't talk about my team, bro.
Because all I heard was Zion Williamson gonna be nice in that Bulls jersey.
I was trying to speak
He
into
gonna play in that
existence.
D and say that he ain't gonna need those PGs in Chicago.
I don't know if I ever said that one, but
He's not gonna have it no way.
Y'all reaction to 7?
I'm cool.
It was
My-
heartbreaking. It was
my-
very heartbreaking.
Right, yeah, that was the initial
Is that 3
reaction.
years in a row?
Yeah.
Yep.
That means next
But-
year y'all got to get some good because
They need to make the playoffs.
We're going to make the playoffs because Kyle Lowry's coming.
But there's
no, because
reason-
we're going to have Pat
there's no reason to
Bear.
be heartbroken about.
See,
heartbroken
now
about.
look, now that right there is 10 times better.
Didn't Pat Bev tweet something like that?
Yeah.
So Pat Bev coming back to the shot.
That's
So
you get a rookie point guard and then you bring Patrick Beverly. Oh yeah, then I'm.
that's
all
better.
for it.
Yeah, it is
I'm
better.
All for it. I'm all for it.
But I'm okay with 7. Initially, like you saw my initial reaction to 7. It wasn't even the fact that we got 7. It was the fact that like those teams that jumped
the
up
Lakers.
over us, the
Lakers
fucking
and the
Lakers.
Grizzlies.
Yeah, Pitts,
Jeez.
Pelicans.
But no, I'm cool with 7. I don't really care. It doesn't matter if you're a good GM. You make the right trades. You make the right draft picks. It's just how it
And
works.
Both of them were at the combine.
Yeah, they were there.
Everybody was there.
It sucks that we didn't get to see like the top talent in the combine.
Yeah.
That's why I really went. To be honest, I was thinking that not that we was gonna see Zion, obviously, but I was hoping to see like at least some lottery picks.
Yeah.
Like nobody that was projected to be in the lottery was actually there, other than to do their vertical jump and their sprints. Nobody played in the scrimmages. I was
nobody
hoping that
ever
we saw.
played in the scrimmages.
Yeah, no. I was just hoping that like
That was one of the.
damn.
That's one of the things I talk about every year. Real hoopers say like, you can't have forever. Kyle Kuzma was somebody that said that because he had to play in the game, and he was saying, everybody should play because eventually you're gonna have to play,
Right.
and you're gonna have to play against those guys and showcase why you better.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand why they don't do it, for the insurance or whatever, so that they don't get hurt or and because they already have a high stock.
Mm-hmm. Forget about
but
that,
it is
bro.
something different than going out and stepping on that court and showing why you are the number one pick or why you are better than these guys.
Shit, I would have just took somebody that was projected to go 14th to come in and play. No, none of them guys played. The best guy we got, at least as far as the mock draft that I read, was Bruno Fernando, and then who else played that was projected to go in the first round? Bruno Fernando is definitely one of them. But like that was the best talent we had, at least as far as projections go. But the whole experience was super cool. We were just sitting around and we see Peja Stojakovic, Vlade
That's
Divac.
like the best thing about it. It's kind of like watching a game versus
Yeah.
going to the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ability to like soak everything in. Like I'm 5 feet away from Larry Bird.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
when he casually just walked up and
Yeah,
sat in
he-
front of us, I was like, wow.
You know what I'm
Pat,
saying?
Pat
It's just
Riley
all about
stood in front of us and had a full
soaking in
conversation.
all
Like,
the
yo,
experience. It's just kind of. And one thing, it makes me want to get back into basketball. It's nothing like seeing a nice court and just like, damn, I wish I could just
I
get
was
some
joking
shots.
when I said it.
I'm not saying I'm for the
But it did make you want to. I'm looking forward to
did.
Tuesday. I had a whole dream about Tuesday. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Got to see some guys that I had already had in my mind, like, oh, this is a sleeper, and they were able to reassure that for me. Isaiah Roby out of Nebraska was real good. Jalen McDaniels. Nick Claxton was real good. He say Joakim Noah 2.0.
He does.
He gave
has
off
a
the
lot. He
vibes.
has a lot of Joakim Noah.
yeah. In the games, he scored like 5 points in 2 games, but he had so many blocks, a lot of good defensive possession, rebounds, and
That's kind of why I was going towards the Joakim Noah effect, because Joakim didn't have to score to affect the game.
but he's not even projected to get drafted at this point.
I'm gonna say Mitchell Robb, as far as he goes. But yeah, it was a good experience. I liked it a lot, enjoyed it, got to talk and interview some of the players, ask them some questions, and it was just good to see the whole experience because it was our first time. And it's a lot going on. It's much busier than it shows on TV. Because on TV you see them just hooping. You might see a vertical jump, but being there, you see that it's a room full of 10 guys. They got like 10 tables for guys getting interviewed all simultaneously. Then on the court, they're still playing. Over there, they doing. While they're playing behind, you might see a big ass Taco Fall doing a what did it call, the 40-yard dash. Then on the other court, so it's a lot going on. And then like we just mentioned, you'll go and say, "Oh, I need some water," and you'll be walking past and bump shoulders and, "Oh, excuse me, Pat Riley." Didn't mean to hit you right there.
Yeah.
So that was good. And yeah, I'm with KB. Definitely would have liked to see some of these guys. We seen the few, but even when we seen them, it was just like it was only a couple of them. Like Ja Morant, we seen with the interview. Kobe White, we saw interview, but after that, we didn't really see anybody.
Nope.
Jackson Hayes was there. Was there.
Yeah, a lot of the players came to do their verticals,
The testing.
the testing, but not the actual scrimmaging.
And a lot of that, all of that is really agencies telling them don't do it.
Yeah, you're already projected to get drafted. These other guys are trying to make it. You've got it basically, which does suck. But hey, I mean, we got to see some players that I've never seen before. I've even heard their names that I've like. Okay, I like the way you play basketball. I don't know if you're gonna make an NBA roster, but I like the way you play out there. So
Like Shaylock.
Shaylock, yeah. Mariel Shaylock from Iowa State. He hooped pretty well. Jordan
Very
Boone.
fundamentally sound.
Jordan Boone had like the fastest 3/4 court, the second Bone, 3/4 court, the second highest vertical amongst backcourt players, and then we saw him get this nasty block.
Because like they had this when they were doing the scrimmage, they had the scoreboard, but you could see all the high records for the vertical jump and stuff like that. It's got to feel pretty good to see your name up there, especially for multiple categories.
Yep.
Like I'm one of the top athletes here.
And we actually got to see players real heights instead of what they're listed.
Yeah.
And we got some players that was like my height there, so it made me feel a little good. I was rooting for those little guys because we got 5'8", 5'9" dudes hooping with 7-footers and playing well.
Tremont
Waters, yeah, he did his thing. So
He was one of the people that actually like stood out.
Yeah.
And he was only 5'9".
it's only 5'9", 5'9" and like 3/4 of an inch.
And not athletic either. Not super athletic, at least.
No, a good steady point guard. A
Yep.
guy that might be a second round guy that come in and be a backup point guard for a team.
I kept telling KB I saw like a Corey Joseph type player in him.
He looks like he looks like he really just understands the game.
Yeah.
He had a lot of steals.
Yeah, he
just off
had a
of,
good floor game. But the thing about Corey Joseph is defensively is a much better guy.
Yeah.
Tremont Waters gonna have a hard time defensively because he is small, and
Yeah.
the NBA is Russell Westbrook's.
Yeah, that was my big thing. If he gets switched onto anybody, it's cooksies. Do y'all want to briefly talk about the finalists for the awards?
Yeah, we can.
So most valuable player has Giannis, Paul George, and James Harden. We've already done our award show, so you should go back and watch that if you haven't. But these are the final contestants. Rookie of the Year, DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, and Trae Young. Sixth man, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Will, and Sabonis. Got both of the Clippers in there. Defensive Player of the Year is Giannis, Paul George, and Rudy Gobert. Most improved, De'Aaron Fox, D'Angelo Russell, and Pascal Siakam. Coach of the Year, Mike Budenholzer, Mike Malone, and Doc Rivers.
They did a good job. A lot of those guys were in our top finalists.
right.
Yep.
They give Sixth Man of the Year to both Montrezl Harrell.
Don't do that.
They might as
Give it to Lou
well.
Will.
Just give it to Lou Will.
It should be a team award.
No, just give it to Lou. No,
that's
just give it to Lou
them
Will.
two award. Because I don't know, they had to average like 35 to 40 off that bench together.
Give it to Lou Will. Just give it to Lou Will.
How you feel about the Lakers not hiring a president?
I don't know.
I saw that tweet come
really
out.
Don't know what
It was kind of
And then
weird.
I saw Rob Pelinka walk past, like to go to the other side of the court. I'm like, okay.
Was
all
he
right.
looking at his phone?
He was looking at his phone.
Probably seen the same thing.
and Shams was there too.
Yeah, short as hell.
He's real. He
Can't
like
be-
my. He's my height. Yeah,
can't
he's
be
my
like,
height.
He little as hell.
I wish the NBA would go back to giving the awards during the playoffs.
Yeah.
This award show stuff is trash. I'm not even gonna watch the award show, so they don't
Yeah,
get an
yeah,
extra
Yeah, I'm just
view.
waiting for Bleacher
That's what
Report
I'm
to send me
saying. Like
that
we can
show.
literally get the update on my phone, and I'd be, James Harden won MVP. Cool. I
Yeah, but
don't
you're
need to
not.
see
You're
him
not
get
getting that one.
I remember being
You're not getting that update.
at a playoff game and Joakim Noah receiving his Defensive Player of the Year award. And it just like if Giannis was getting his MVP award before a game,
Yeah.
he coming out killing.
Yep.
The crowd gonna be
This is,
electrified.
and they gonna really chant the MVP
Yeah,
because it's
so-
official. They need more. They want more revenue. That's what it is at the end of the day. They sell more ads because there's one extra NBA show. I'm not watching that shit though.
and then the players gotta go out of the off season.
Right. Dress all ugly, shorts and dress shoes. Get out of here.
As y'all know, as a group and as individuals, we've been doing things outside of the podcast with House of Highlights, different fun things. I know y'all seen Kenny
Beat Omar.
stump Omar. Crazily.
That's the story we going with?
Blow him out.
Did you see the video?
He don't watch it.
You don't watch the videos.
I heard this.
I literally put it in chat before it came out, and he still didn't watch it.
I
Ridiculous.
just hear that there's
Wait. This is what was they reviewing?
What was their
Highlights.
Of what?
Derrick Rose.
Oh, shut the fuck up! I know you know. I'm asking him. The whole joke is that he don't watch.
Oh.
Did you watch it?
No, I don't watch. I rarely watch.
I was
any
joking. I
YouTube.
thought you
So,
did at least watch that.
so this is your job, and you couldn't get an extra view to the HOH page.
No.
Did you at least watch the other video
Doug-
when he was in New York? And went to the Sixers game.
Yeah, I seen that video.
Did you
happened?
really?
What happened?
I watched through it.
What jersey?
happened?
What jersey did I buy?
I don't know. Well, I tell you, I do not watch YouTube like that.
So you're technically a YouTuber at this point.
Yeah, there's
And-
people that do that.
but you don't even watch. Never mind.
There's people that I've seen people tweet out like they don't even watch their own videos once they post them. It's just they don't do it. They don't
But
like watching.
that's
But it's
one
not
thing.
even about. You can't give an extra view to the thing. Could give it a like. Our whole job relies on the views and
That
stuff.
video. I like that video.
What video?
This video right here.
You watched this?
Yeah.
Why? Because you in it? Because getting Kenny's, you wasn't in his.
Right,
So
it's-
you ain't watch it.
I mean, it's just
That's
like
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But the
So
video-
yeah, you was there, so you know what happened.
I
So
do
that
know
should
what
be less
happened.
of an incentive to watch it. Well, my video, you don't know what happened, so it's a little.
Did he
That's
stump
ridiculous,
on
bro.
Did he not? It's some like, you know.
Bro, our whole job relies on the views of these videos, and you can't even click it and give it a like, bro.
It's the homie.
It's
Just play-
I'm just talking. Even
So
the
y'all-
Through the Wire show, I watch every Through the Wire show because I edit it, and then after I upload, I leave it a like and get an extra view on all 3 accounts.
I leave it a like too.
Okay.
That's all I'm meant for, man.
But anyway,
That's all I got in me.
as some of y'all may know, because of the past couple of days, we've been posting and retweeting and sharing it. One of the new things we did was a thing called Challenge Me. And it's just a situation where they throw a bunch of challenges at me. I try to take them on head first and see if I can do it. And during All-Star Weekend, the first challenge was ice skating. And there was a lot of shit talking. A lot of lack of confidence from these guys believing in me that I could do it. Rightfully so. They were all correct. I couldn't do it. But it was fun. And we're going to just watch a couple of minutes of it, preview with y'all, and let y'all see a live reaction of us.
We gotta say, go watch that video and then comment down below other challenges you'd like to see us do. All right.
Factual. And I want to see proof that y'all watched it and left comments. So tag me on Twitter, on Instagram, and let me know that you left a comment. And maybe I'll pick a couple people to give shout outs right here on the show. But without further ado, 3, 2, 1. We through the wire. Through the wire. What up, y'all? It's Pierre. We on our way to Pine Fields Ice. Look at Mike. See, you liked it. You seeing yourself? You like seeing yourself? And he got the BBB shirt on.
This is before BBB fell apart, though.
Sure. No confidence in the boy.
So you actually it before? Huh? You actually it before?
Yes.
How many times?
Once. I'm the Ben Simmons of ice games.
Facts.
Mark, what do you think?
Ben Simmons missed a lot.
I was wondering what that meant. when
Shout
I
out
was-
Mark,
I think you got a chance. You know what I'm
who was actually a good skater,
Yeah, he's pretty good.
randomly.
And he had never did it before, right?
Yeah.
He did.
No, he said he had it. He said he feels like it's gonna be like rollerblading,
Yeah,
and
he
it
got
kind of
on the ice.
was.
He got on the ice and was just going.
Yeah.
Show the world what I can do and inspire these kids on YouTube last night.
How short your hair
Inspire
was,
the
Mike.
kids. I don't know if the video caught it, but the kids was talking to you, trying to inspire you to get up.
Yeah.
In 9 months. That's no.
It was a kid with had like he had some type of helmet on.
With the little
The little spiky
It looked
helmet.
like all he did was fall, but he was telling you to come on and hurry up.
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, go check that out. Leave a comment, leave a like, and definitely let us know what other challenges y'all would like to see in the future. Hopefully, they ain't nothing crazy. I asked that on Instagram, and somebody told us to swim with sharks. Don't
Swim with
be
sharks.
realistic. Don't give us.
Who at
nothing.
this table do y'all think would be like, yeah, let's do it?
I commented on it and I said I'll do it.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm doing? I challenge Pia to eat chicken tenders with 4 different sauces.
How about you challenge him to not eat chicken tenders?
Nah,
I
yeah,
would-
that
I
might be
see
the
that. I
thing.
see that.
Go cold turkey from chicken tenders for like a month.
No,
They
come
won't be
on.
able to record that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that could be.
We'll do
it.
I'll follow you all around.
How
No,
about
we just need to give him put him at a table like this by himself and serve him different food.
Have him
Simple.
try sushi.
Sushi, lobster, just random shit that we know he's probably
Oh,
never
y'all
had.
got some good choice because I've never
I've
had.
never had those either.
I've never had.
Okay, y'all two
So,
can
yeah,
sit
there you
here,
go.
and me and Derek will be the producers of that episode.
They're gonna be the cook.
That's a good one. And spicy food.
I thought you liked spicy food.
Why the fuck? What
Yeah, why would you think that for a man that likes his stuff
I'm-
plain?
yeah, I've never really-
You think he likes spicy?
I've
Food?
heard him like get spicy chicken sandwiches and stuff.
I have, but that ain't.
A
I'm talking
spicy
about-
chicken sandwich
Yeah.
is not no spicy food.
It is
Okay.
kind of spicy to me. I do be, but I'm talking about like hot, blazing wings. Eat 5 of them.
Oh,
We'll
You
get
do
him the
that?
mango
Hell
habanero
no.
wings from Buffalo Wild.
Now, I don't
Wings.
have nothing that's gonna
the
have my
blazing
asshole
wing
on
challenge.
fire.
That I remember. I
The
had-
mango habanero smack. That shit just
From
hot.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yes, that shit just good tasting, but it's hot
I
as
promise
shit.
you
it is.
Yes.
I've never had it.
It
is hot.
We had went there together and I ate like 4 wings, and I think I was like, Tyler, you try one of these wings, because that shit had my mouth on fire.
Y'all ever
I
eat
don't-
a jalapeno, like a raw jalapeno?
Yeah, I had a ghost pepper before.
I've had a ghost pepper too. I did a ghost pepper for a video once,
You
and I
did?
touched my eyes, bro.
I did that ghost
How
pepper.
many views did it get?
It was early. I was still living with my parents, so I didn't get a lot of
I
views.
ate a ghost pepper in school, And this is like right before a class period. I did it in study hall.
I think I remember
did
that,
it
bro.
in study hall, and
Were
I
you-
had to go to my next class.
Where'd
Were you
even get
walking
a
down the
ghost
hall
pepper
crying?
Yes.
Okay, I do
Because my
remember that.
eyes-
Where'd you get a pepper from? in
Some
school?
kid had like brought him to school, and I just tried one out.
Tough guy. I'll eat that. No problem.
Yeah, I think I was probably like a freshman or sophomore, but I had to go to my next class, and I literally like stole somebody's Gatorade bottle and filled it with water because my mouth was on fire.
You gotta drink milk.
Yeah,
Press.
that's-
I ain't had no milk available for me.
Nah, I feel you. But yeah, that was one of the dumbest things I ever did was eat a jalapeno raw and then drink pop after to try to cool my
That
mouth.
sounds terrible. That sounds
How you-
that sounds like a
carbonation?
challenge. That sounds like
Hey, it was a cream soda, warm at that. But yeah, it's a lot of different things we can do. But swimming with sharks is one that I cannot. I would. I not.
Y'all
let
can do
you-
that shit
I
on
would
your
let you
own,
do
bro.
that. I would not let you. Why would you do
yeah.
that?
Why would you do that?
I've always wanted to go like.
All that meat on you, they gonna be.
Right? They gonna take you away.
I've always wanted to go
Fuck
like.
out of you.
Scuba diving is something I've always wanted to do.
That's different
Yeah,
though.
scuba diving.
When
sharks
I'm
in the
thinking
water.
swimming with sharks, I mean there's 6 sharks and you in the middle of them.
Right.
People don't want to. People want to.
It ain't no way you not scared in the middle of 6 sharks, bro. It's no way you're not scared.
But they do that thing where you're in a cage. That's a little different. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
They put you in a
drop
little
you in
box
there.
and drop you in. That's different. I would do something like that. But
would?
I can't swim. But if I could swim, I would because that box is like indestructible basically.
Yeah.
So I would do that, but I'm not just swimming freely with no sharks. I'm not even swimming freely with people because I don't trust people.
People was asking us to just do some. You can come up with challenges that won't have us be harmed. Like somebody's like, do skateboard. I'm not about to break my ankle for no views.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not. But
I want to fly a plane.
relax.
But no, like, they got like flight simulators. I feel like that'd be a good challenge.
It will.
Simulators.
Yeah, like you go to like not literally the airport, not like O'Hare, but they got those little small wingers, wingers, and then in there, if you basically you take the first day of pilot school, and that's simulation.
Okay.
I feel like that would be fun.
And part of the simulation is what?
It's just you literally flying that motherfucker. You getting it up, you keeping it straight, and you come down
In real time?
in real
I thought
time.
it was gonna be like some virtual reality.
Oh, it is VR, but it's realistic.
Okay.
Like everything is real. Like they got the real control in front of you and everything. And like the weather's different. Like the world is crazy.
That's definitely sound like some.
So it sounds like it'd be fun.
some high tech.
It's like a game. Yeah, it's like a game.
Before we get up out of here, game 3 predictions. I don't think we made any. We just said series.
Warriors.
I got Blazers in game 3.
Actually, give me Blazers. Give me Blazers.
I'll take Warriors.
I got the Warriors.
I got
man. I got
Bucks.
Warriors.
I got
by-
Bucks
I
in
got
game
Warriors
3
by
also.
double digits.
Okay.
Double digits.
The disrespect.
Ooh, shout out to y'all for watching. Through the wire, we out.
Peace.